Hello everyone, my name is Nguyễn Thùy Ngọc Bích. I'm now a sophomore at Saigon University and I am majoring in English linguistics. And today I'm gonna show you my first vlog about a 5-day trip I had in the southwest region of Vietnam. Follow me to explore some new interesting tourist destinations in Hà Tiên, Phú Quốc, and Cần Thơ City. And if you like it, don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment below.
Day 1. After finishing our breakfast, we are heading to our first destination today.
Our first destination of the trip is one of the most sacred places that I have ever been to. Ba Chúa Sứ Temple is a famous spiritual tourist destination not only in the southwest region of Vietnam, but also known by overseas tourists. Ba Temple is located at the foot of Sam Mountain in Núi Sam Ward, Châu Đốc Town, An Giang Province. As you can see, despite the low season, there's still a lot of people here, coming from all over the country to pay their respects to the Lady of the Mountain and to pray for good fortune, health and wellness. But what really amazed me is the architecture. I'm now going to take a look around the temple, so you can notice that the temple represents the distinctive Asian architectural style, including the ring roof tiles, the red lacquered boards, and gold trimmings. The beautiful interplay between the color elements create a perfect balance between the earth and the sky, known as the yin and yang principle. In addition, the temple also has a display house where you can find a large number of clothes and precious objects donated to the Lady Chúa Sứ by the visitors as their wishes have been blessed. The funds collected through offerings are directed toward building homes for the community, improving transport infrastructure, and raising the overall living standard of the locals.
It's been a great experience visiting this beautiful and interesting shrine. I'm in awe of the grandeur and solemnity of the temple and can't help but feel humbled by the power of faith and love it symbolizes. Continuing our trip, we are coming to a must-see destination in Mekong Delta, Trà Sư Catchment Forest. Located in Vung Giao Commune, Dinh Bien District, An Giang Province, Trà Sư is an ecosystem of catchment trees and a flooded mangrove forest covering nearly 850 hectares, which are homes to many species of flora and fauna. Trà Sư Catchment Forest is not only famous for its scenic beauty and biodiversity, but also has a very important effect on the water environment and climate regulation for the whole Inuit region. For a truly unique experience, I highly recommend you to take a manually controlled boat to go deep into the nook and cranny of the forest. Without any engine noise and other noisy sounds, you will just find yourself gently drifting along the river, weaving between small creeks, through the catchwood canopy and flying birds overhead. During the ride, don't forget to talk with the friendly rowers here, because they will help you to know more about the forest and the points where you can catch a sight of some amazing birds. So get your camera ready for this special photo shoot. When you're on a boat, whenever you look are layers and layers of green dogwood that blanket the water surface, which looks like an emerald green carpet. That is my perfect one shot. You can touch it, enjoy the beauty of the golden flowers and cashewwood trees, grab a chance to take in all the fresh air and the joyful soundtrack provided by the birds, and I bet that you'll certainly find your true inner peace. Wandering on a water path, I can help but feel entirely relaxed, energized, and ready to take on whatever comes my way. I am drinking salt nut water, a special delicacy of the American Delta. I'm addicted to it. As the day draws to a close, we are going to spend the night in Hacking City. So whenever it's daytime or nighttime, the view from the high hill is stunning. We are on our way to Phú Quốc Island, the third island of Vietnam. If you want to enjoy the ocean view along the way, it's a good idea to travel by fast ferry. And here we go. Landing on the largest island in Vietnam, we spent our first morning at Hải Hòa Fish Source Factory, the leading producer of high-quality fish sources that are widely used in Vietnamese and other Southeast Asian cuisines. There, we are going to learn the fish sauce making process and experience the tasty Phú Quốc fish sauce, the pride of Vietnamese cuisine for generations. Fish sauce in Phú Quốc is made mainly from anchovies to ensure the complete absence of the funky smell. Once being caught, the fish are cleanly washed and salted right on the boat. Then the mixture is packed in large wooden barrels. The fermenting process normally lasts from 9 to 15 months, and the end product is a briny, fishy, fused liquid. It imparts an intensely sweet, salty, and distinctive fatty taste to the dishes. There are counters where you can try the authentic Phú Quốc fish sauce, and if you love the flavor, you can buy some as gifts for your family and friends. And here is coming, the grand world in Phú Quốc. At the entrance gate, look to the left. You will come across the elite of Vietnam area. Passing through the golden painted doors, it feels like traveling back in time with calligraphy stones, pottery, or fabric vendors, and many ancient houses where various traditional crafts are presented. If you want, you can rent a traditional costume to check in with this beautiful dreamlike scenery and immerse yourself in a nostalgic vibe of ancient Vietnamese town. Entering the courtyard, I am overwhelmed by the ancient beauty of yin and yang Thai roots glowing in warm golden sunlight. Luckily, we ran across a mini show showcasing a loyal event that brought us back to hundreds years old world. And now follow me to the Venice River, or the Lake of Love. This river is inspired by the charming Venice River in Italy. As a perfect replica of the Italian one, the Venice River at Grand World can help you catch a glimpse of Venice and it may encourage you to come to the good-shaped country and admire the authentic Venice version. Coming here is recommended for you to hop on the typical Italian boat gondola down the river and take in the incredibly poetic European scenery that is made of many bright colored beauty. While leisurely walking along the Venice River, I am relaxedly engrossed myself in lyrical and poetic atmosphere. This kind of experience is definitely fascinating, memorable, and of course, worth your trip. If you give up on walking, you can rent a motorbike and explore the Rhine road yourself. By riding around every corners of the streets, you will come to the sea, and at here you can, take your time and admire the beautiful sunset. Around 9:30 p.m., when you hear the bell rings, the Lake of Love will be lit up by colorful laser lights, and the gondolas start gliding across the water's surface. And then let yourself be carried away by the romantic love story between a talented painter and a beautiful lady beside the idyllic Venice River. The emotional journey of meeting, falling in love, parting, and reuniting is displayed by the professional dancers in the medieval European costumes under the magical colorful lights. My advice is that you should go early to get the best spot so that you can capture the whole view of the show and indulge yourself in the magnificence of Italy. And now it's time to enjoy the music party. On the third day of the trip, we will visit the Ngọc Bích farm. You will be offered a guided tour of the pearl farm where you will be shown different stages of cultivating the precious gems. I was mesmerized by the pearl harvesting process, where the workers delicately open the oysters and show us the beautiful pearls inside. There's also a shop near the farm where you can buy different types of pearls and jewelry to make gifts for your friends and family. Another destination that's worth coming is the bee farm. The farm tour started with a brief introduction to the bees and their role in the environment. And then we were taken to the active hive areas where we could see the bees buzzing around. And the highlight of the tour must be the chance to taste the sweet honey ice cream. And it was tasty and good. Our next destination in Phú Quốc is Hộ Quốc Pagoda. We visited the pagoda around the hottest time of the day, and so the weather is not so welcome. Otherwise, its views across the ocean are breathtaking, and with the magnificent statues and structures, the whole complex makes you feel quite humble and grateful, and give you the calmness and the serenity. And that is the end of the 2-day trip in Phú Quốc. We have to leave the Pearl Island in the early morning, and that is also the time when the fishing boats start their working day. On the way to the fast ferry, I had the opportunity to capture the most beautiful sunrise. Our final destination is Cần City, and we have one day in the city to experience the nightlife as well as some interesting activities here. When the sky was still dark, we were at the boat harbor to take the earliest ride to the floating market, Cái Răng. On the way, again I had a lot of opportunities to contemplate this stunning sunrise. As we get closer to the market, boats of all shapes and sizes start to appear, floating close to each other. The vendors use the boats to sell a variety of products, including fruits, vegetables, and maybe coffee. It's fascinating to see how the locals make use of the river as their way of living and generating incomes. Besides visiting vivid life of floating markets, we also have some time to try the delicacies of the southwest regions, and one of the most signature is the dried fish. Before returning home, we have some time to worship and pay our respect to the kings at Home Temple located in Cần. Learning history in the Vietnamese traditional costume is a great way to express deep gratitude to our ancestors. And it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you again in the next trip.